Привет, Olga. We hope you liked last week's video. And in this week's video, we're gonna do many of the same exercises that we did last week, but we're gonna move a little more quickly, and we're gonna try just some different cues to see how you like them. So we hope that you're liking the Pilates, and we love you.
Привет, Olga.
Привет, мама! Мы надеемся, что тебе понравилось видео, которое мы записали на прошлой неделе. В сегодняшнем видео будут прежде всего упражнения, которые мы показывали на прошлой неделе, но темп будет несколько более быстрым, и, наверное, Сара добавит еще новых упражнений. Мы тебя любим!
Okay, Mom, so let's have you lie down with your knees bent. We're gonna start with some arm circles. Great. So your arms are by your sides, palms face each other. You're gonna inhale, take a deep breath, reach your arms overhead, and circle around. Beautiful. And again, make sure you're breathing. Exhale as arms comes back. This is a great exercise to warm up the shoulders, the upper back, and the breath.
Это отличное упражнение для того, чтобы разогреть мышцы шеи, плеч и дыхания. Я думаю, что пояснений никаких не нужно, на русском оно, в принципе, и так понятно, как выполнять это упражнение. Главное выполнять медленно и не забывать дышать.
You can switch directions.
Изменяем направление.
And if your neck feels tight, you can put a pillow under your head. It really is whichever is most comfortable for you.
Если шея тебя беспокоит, можно подложить подушечку или полотенце, что-то подложить под шею.
We'll make this our last one. I'd like to do 5 to 8 of these. Great. And then now we're going to do some arm openings. So let's have you turn on your side. These are going to be bent, and your arms are going to make, don't mind the rolling pin. I'll get this out of the way. We'll explain the rolling pin later. And your alligator, your arms are going to be like an alligator jaw in front of you. Good. I'm going to just check your positioning. It looks good. And you're going to open your arm to the back of the room and open that chest. And exhale, close. And again. And exhale, close. Now let's make sure your bottom arm is right in line with that shoulder. And it looks good. I'm going to pick it up a little higher. Good. And then you're going to reach this arm back. Don't maybe, I see it moving back a little. Try to keep it a little bit more forward.
This way?
Other way, like that. Yes, exactly. Beautiful. And exhale, close. Beautiful. And the point is to really open the chest and twist the spine. Begin to gently rotate the spine.
Это упражнение челюсти аллигатора, мы его делали на прошлой неделе. Тоже поза достаточно понятная. Важно дышать и держать руки на уровне плечей.
For your last one. And you can switch sides.
Наверное, не имеет никакого смысла.
Maybe should I come a little forward?
I think you're fine. Wherever it's comfortable. Beautiful. And exhale. And you know, Mom, let's move your hips a little bit back. So the back body is in really a straight line. That looks great. So your feet are in line with your hips, which are in line with your shoulders, in line with the back of your head. Beautiful. And another, I'm going to give you a pillow to see if this helps. So a little, looks like there was a little bit of tension in the shoulder. So try this. Now open. And exhale, close. Beautiful.
Да, вот то, что сейчас Сара объясняла марш, очень важно, чтобы ступни, бедра и спина образовывали одну прямую линию. Постараться это сделать. Если напрягается слишком шея или плечи, можно подложить подушечку.
Again, the objectives of this exercise are to begin to gently rotate the spine.
Этим упражнением мы помогаем позвоночнику скручиваться.
And to open the chest so
И
you can
открыть
take deeper
грудную
breaths.
клетку.
Beautiful. Let's make this your last one.
One more.
Sure. And exhale, close. Beautiful. Now you can come onto your back. Knees are bent. We're just going to give your knees a hug. Beautiful. You can lie down. Pull your knees into your chest. Bend that lower back. Give the knees a tug. And then circle the legs like in the opposite direction just to warm up your hip sockets. Try one hand on each knee. That might feel a little better. Yes. Beautiful.
Это упражнение, мама, тебе, наверное, понравится, потому что оно хорошо активирует суставы, твои любимые бедренные суставы.
In opposite direction.
В противоположном направлении. И не забываем дышать.
And last one. We're going to do one more stretch that we didn't actually practice, but I think we could do it. You're going to put your feet on the ground. And this is going to warm up the rotation of the lower spine. So your hands are by your side. You're going to take both knees and twist them over to your left. Your feet can pick up. So it's just going to be like a gentle. And then exhale back to center. And then let your knees fall to the left.
Разрабатываем нижнюю часть позвоночника.
Should I keep my face straight?
Straight-ish, yes.
Straight-ish.
And what I would more focus on is keeping your feet about the same spot. So rather than picking them up, just let your legs fall to the right, twisting that spine, and fall to the left. Does it feel okay on your neck? Good. There we go. And the key is to be gentle, but just warm up the rotation of the lower spine.
Важный момент, то, что Сара обратила внимание, чтобы ступни оставались желательно на одном месте. Ты просто как бы колени падают со стороны в сторону. Очень медленно, очень мягко.
And one more each side. The ribs also start to warm up.
Загребаем нижнюю часть позвоночника и даже ребра.
Beautiful. And this can be your last, you can be done now. Now we're going to talk again about engaging your core, which is what we talked about last week using the marble.
Can I translate?
Please.
Сейчас мы будем выполнять упражнение, о котором я тебе говорила в прошлый раз, пыталась объяснить. Упражнение с мраморным шариком, когда мы вовлекаем в работу весь наш мышечный корпус.
Engaging the core is important because when you do the Pilates exercises, it helps to protect the back. So it's a very important concept, so that's why we'll go through it again this week.
Да, использование мышечного корпуса очень важно, потому что таким образом мы защищаем спину от повреждений, когда мы в пилатесе активируем свой мышечный корпус.
So rather than thinking of a marble today, we're going to think of, or even your abdominals at the moment, we're going to think of your tailbone.
Вместо того, чтобы сегодня мы попробуем, если сложно вообразить себе упражнение с мраморным шариком, мы попробуем немного другой подход. Подумай о своем копчике.
Think of your tailbone picking up off the mat 1 or 2 centimeters.
Should I actually do it?
Yes, but you're not actually lifting your hips. Your hips are staying on the mat. It's in your mind's eye, your tailbone. Just the tailbone is lifting. Good, good. And what I see is a firmness in her belly. It means the abdominals are on, and then also the hamstrings kind of turn on too. And then release that.
Представь себе, что ты приподнимаешь и попробуй приподнять копчик с пола. При этом бедра не поднимаются, просто немножко приподнять копчик. Ты почувствуешь, если ты это правильно делаешь, ты почувствуешь напряжение в мышцах живота.
Let's revisit that again. So this time you're going to use your abdominals and you're going to use your hamstrings if you can, just to tilt the pelvis ever so slightly up 1 or 2 centimeters so the abdominals sink in. the hamstrings are engaged. And if you put your hand on your belly, it should feel a little bit firm. Do you feel that, Mom?
Можно попробовать еще напрячь мышцы таза. И ты почувствуешь напряжение в мышцах живота и задней поверхности бедра.
And then this is where we talked about the marble last week. What you have is sunk in abdominals towards the mat. So there's a deep scoop in the belly.
Да, когда ты напрягаешь мышцы правильно, ниже пупка образуется, мышцы живота образуют так называемую чашу.
The spine is reaching gently towards the mat.
Позвоночник как бы пытается дотронуться до пола.
And the abs are pulling towards the spine.
И мышцы подтягиваются к позвоночнику.
The goal is to turn your abdominals on because that protects the lower back.
Цель – это напрягать и вовлечь в работу мышцы живота, потому что таким образом ты защищаешь позвоночник от повреждений во время выполнения упражнений.
So Mom, with that feeling of your abdominals on, your spine reaching towards the mat, your core engaged, let's start to do some gentle toe taps. Right leg lifts up and lowers, and your left leg lifts up and lowers. You're trying to move your thigh bone while keeping your abdominals engaged. Good.
Не расслабляем мышцы живота и поднимаем ноги
Keep your shin points not quite so bent.
И касаемся большим пальцем касаемся пола, поднимаем ноги снова.
And as always, we're breathing.
И не забываем дышать.
Beautiful. And 3, and 2, and 1. And now both feet on the mat, hip width apart. Now we're going to revisit the upper body curl again. So our core is engaged, as it always is. Arms are by your sides. I want you to take a big inhale, get long in the ribs. Exhale, pick your head, neck, and chest up off the mat. Beautiful. And release. And again, inhale long, exhale, curl up. So what I like is your pelvis is staying very neutral. It's not tucking. If your pelvis is tucking, don't come up quite so high in the circle. And you can lower. I've got to remember that your abs are working while I'm talking. And then we'll go again. And inhale long, exhale, curl up. I like how your shoulders are nice and open. And your chin is delicately tucked. That's important. Make sure your chin is a little tucked, Mom. And inhale, lower down. Beautiful. So now we're going to put it both together. We're going to come into Yes, thank you. We need our translation.
No, I think it's pretty obvious, but I think it's the important part is about like technique of breathing.
Yes, absolutely.
При выполнении этого упражнения, как делала Марш, сначала ты делаешь глубокий вдох и чувствуешь, как будто твой позвоночник удлиняется, и начинаешь на выдохе, начинаешь приподниматься, приподнимаешь плечи, приподнимаешь руки, бедра, желательно, чтобы таз не поднимался с пола, и медленно опускаешься.
One other point on that, Sestra. I recommend as you're breathing and you're curling up, really emphasizing the exhale. Sure, why don't you do that, Mom? Inhale long.
Сара делает замечание, что очень важно при выдохе именно делать громкий выдох. Громкий выдох вовлекать легкие, делать его громко, делать его с напором.
Inhale down. The reason is the exhale gets your deepest abdominals to work, to fire.
Потому что такой очень глубокий выдох заставляет твои самые глубокие мышцы живота работать.
Excellent. So now we're going to do our 100, but the goal with 100 ultimately is to do 10 breaths. So 10 full breaths in and full breaths out. However, we're going to put our head down the moment our neck starts to get sore. So we may only get to 60 or 70, and that's fine.
Сейчас мы будем делать нашу знаменитую сотню. Цель этого упражнения, в общем-то, сделать 10 вдохов и 10 выдохов, пока мы делаем сотню. Если не получается сделать так много, делаем 60, 50, 40. Самое главное, не перенапрячь шею. Как только начинает чувствовать напряжение, неприятное напряжение в шее, сразу же кладем голову на коврик.
We're going to take a moment and get in our position before we start. So mom, you're going to take a big inhale. As you exhale, come into your curl.
Глубокий вдох
You're gonna
и выдох.
pull your knees into your chest. Your knees, shins can be dangling, or they can be in tabletop, whatever's more comfortable. Some people say this position hurts the knees, but whatever's best for you. Yeah, I think that's better. And you're going to start pumping those arms as you breathe. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
Вдох и выдох.
here's an image. When you're in your curl, imagine your head is a helium balloon and it's lifting towards the sky.
Если помогает, в пилатесе можно такое сделать, вообразить себе, что твоя голова это как надутый гелием воздушный шарик, и она тянет тебя, этот шарик тянет тебя к потолку.
Chin should be delicately tucked to protect the neck, like you have like a small orange between your chin and chest.
Подбородок нужно стараться подтянуть к груди, но очень мягко и деликатно. И таким образом ты защищаешь шею.
And you can come down. I think you've done your full 100. So well, bravo.
Браво!
Good. Okay. And then now we're going to do our roll up. So we're going to do roll up in 2 ways. So we're going to start the way that many people start. So mom, why don't you come to seated and you're going to hold on behind your legs to your hamstrings. We're going to take a moment again to get set up before we move. So you're in an elongated curl. Your spine is rounded. You're looking at your thighs. Your chin is delicately tucked. Again, not fully tucked, but just like you have a small orange. And you're going to walk down the mat as you lower your spine. You're going to walk down your legs rather as you lower your spine to the mat.
Заметь, как сидит марш. Важно занять изначальную правильную позу, округлить спину, подбородок подтянуть к груди, насколько это возможно.
Inhale, come up. And then exhale as you come over. Beautiful. I like it. Really good. And match each movement of the hand matches a movement of the spine.
Ты опускаешься ладонями по задней поверхности бедра, и в это же время позвонок за позвонком опускаешь позвоночник. И также медленно поднимаемся позвонок за позвонком, и руками идем вверх по задней поверхности бедра.
And as you walk down, really try to push your lower spine, push the waistband of your pants into the mat.
Когда мы опускаемся, очень важно стараться как бы свою талию
Beautiful. And this is
опустить на пол. Первые.
excellent. Thank you. And walk down. As you progress, there is a next step. If you'd like to try this, you can actually stay down, mom, and I'll give you the rolling pin. This is just a rolling pin.
Это просто обычная скалка.
You're gonna hold on, and you're gonna, again, legs can be straight. This is the more advanced form, but it takes...
Более усложненная форма упражнений, которую мы делали только что.
It is hard, so don't try it until you're ready. And you're gonna put your arms over your shoulders, and your feet are about hip width. Beautiful, and they flex in towards your face. And you may need someone to hold your ankles, which I will do. You're gonna take an inhale, pick your head, neck, and chest up. Like you're picking your head through your arms, and then curl up. It's hard. Beautiful. And I like how she's looking at her thighs, head is staying down, and then you're gonna roll back. And you stay looking at your thighs, arms stay near your ears. Beautiful, mom.
Это усложненный вариант первого упражнения, поэтому делать его не обязательно, можно попробовать. Держа в руках скалку, медленно поднимаемся позвонок за позвонком, смотрим не вперед, а стараемся держать голову на грудь, и как будто мы пытаемся смотреть на наши бедра.
And we'll just do one more. That looks excellent.
Thank you.
Неплохо, если бы кто-то помогал, держал бы ступни.
Belly button reaches back, chest is reaching forward. And keep that opposition as you roll back. And beautiful. Arms come back near your ears. Beautiful. Excellent. So that can be done. You've done a lot of those. It's hard, but it's a really great stretch of the back.
Это упражнение тяжелое, но оно очень хорошо растягивает спину, мышцы спины.
So now let's do some single leg circle. So mom, let's pull your right knee in towards your chest and straighten it. Beautiful. Just take a couple gentle hamstring stretches by pulling it in towards your face. Leg as straight as you can get it.
Это упражнение будет очень простым. Будем делать круговые движения ногой. Ногу подтянуть к себе и немножко распрямить. Не обязательно держать ее абсолютно прямой. Можно согнуть ее в колени, как тебе комфортно. Немножечко подтянуть к лицу, к себе ее, просто чтобы разогреть мышцы.
Beautiful. Now we're going to put your arms by your sides. We're going to get set up for single leg circle. Your left leg is going to be flexed in. No, not yet. Wait for our instructions.
Подожди инструкции. Не торопись.
And then you're going to gently point your toe. Good. And you're going to reach your leg across, down, around, and up. And I look it out of the way. Beautiful. And again, so things to think about. Your shoulders stay wide and on the mat. The hip of the moving leg picks up. Beautiful. That looks excellent, Mom.
Thank you.
And make sure you're circling even towards me. You're kind of cutting your circle off a little.
Oh, okay.
Towards me, so circle a little more. Excellent. And your standing leg is strong. Almost like you're imagining you're standing. And then we'll switch directions.
Упражнение достаточно понятное. Важно обратить внимание на пальцы. Их напрячь и держать прямо. Представь себе, что ты балерина.
This feels like a leg exercise, and it is sort of, but it's really more about spinal rotation.
Это может казаться, что это упражнение для ноги, но на самом деле это не упражнение для ног, но весь смысл упражнения.
And then we'll switch legs. You do 5 in each side.
Для нижней части спины и позвоночника.
We'll get set up before we move. The leg that's on the mat is straight and feet are flexed in towards your face. Beautiful. Arms are by your side, shoulders are wide, and your lifted leg is straight and your feet are pointed. Beautiful. You're going to reach across, down, around, and up. Excellent. Across. And I'm going to put my hand on your foot. Reach your leg into my hand to stay really strong. Excellent. And the hip of the moving leg, it can pick up. Beautiful.
Бедро ноги, которое в движении, можно приподнимать.
And there's no right range of motion. It's different for each person, and it's where you feel as big as it can be, but still feel controlled. And you can switch directions.
Диаметр круга, который ты делаешь ногой, нет никакого ограничения по этому диаметру. Делать нужно так, как тебе комфортно. Можно делать только небольшие круги, можно делать круги побольше, но главное, чтобы тебе было комфортно выполнять это упражнение.
And last one. Oh, and pull your knee into your chest. And then we'll rock up for rolling like a ball. Beautiful. And again, that's kind of our two-sister. So again, before we move, we'll get set in our position. So your knees are in towards your chest, which looks good. One hand on each ankle. And your spine is rounded. Your belly is reaching towards your spine. Your chin is tucked. And then you're going to roll back by just reaching the waistband towards the mat. And exhale up. Beautiful. Inhale, roll back. And exhale up.
Упражнение мячик. Я попробую, может быть, его сделать. Главное, чтобы была округлена спина. Подбородок подтягиваем к груди. И медленно на вдохе падаем, выдох поднимаемся. Вдох и выдох.
And last one. Excellent. In this exercise, the breathing really helps. The inhale takes you back, and the exhale takes you forward.
В этом упражнении очень важно обращать внимание на дыхание, потому что вдох, со вдохом он тебя тянет к коврику, и на выдохе ты поднимаешься, на выдох тебя поднимает с коврика.
Beautiful. And then now we're going to do some spine stretch, Mom. So you're going to sit. Again, I'm going to give you a pillow because most people have tight hamstrings, and a pillow really helps with that. Your legs are about hip width apart. Your feet are flexed in towards your face, and your arms are straight in front of you. And palms face each other. I think, yeah, palms face each other. Beautiful. Now, the only way you move your arms is by moving your spine. So you're going to take a big inhale, and you're going to exhale, move your spine, and reach the crown of your head towards the mat. Beautiful.
В этом упражнении мы как бы растягиваем
And inhale,
позвоночник.
straighten.
Руки вытягиваем вперед, ладони смотрят друг на
Go down
друга.
a little bit more rather than towards your feet. Does that make sense?
Ноги на ширине бедер.
As they move, they follow the line of the shoulders rather than. So inhale and exhale.
Не делаем большого
Looks really good.
расстояния
Excellent.
между руками.
And
И ты растягиваешь позвоночник.
and straighten all the way up. Beautiful. I'm going to give you an image for this. Imagine you're sitting against a sticky wall. Your head is against it. You have to peel your spine away to curl.
Для того, чтобы согнуться, ты не используешь руки, ты сгибаешься за счет позвоночника, ты не тянешься вперед руками. Можно использовать такое, вообразить себе, как будто ты сидишь спиной только что к какой-то очень клейкой поверхности, клипкой стене, и ты начинаешь потихоньку отрывать позвоночник за позвоночником себя от этой липкой стены.
And then as she is going to come up, you try to grow 3 centimeters taller by gaining space between the ribs and the vertebrae.
Когда ты поднимаешься, ты как будто пытаешься
Before you do one more.
пытаешься немного подрасти, потому что ты вытягиваешь позвоночник, шею, позвонки шеи.
And the most important thing, as always, breathe.
Да, и самая важная часть — не забывать дышать и выполнять все очень медленно.
Big inhale to get taller, and then
Вдох,
exhale,
большой
curl
вдох,
forward.
и скручиваемся вперед на выдохе.
The exhale pushes all the air out. And then as you inhale, you inflate the lungs. Beautiful. You've done plenty
На
of this
выдохе
before.
выпускаем
I'll
весь
send you out of your
воздух
way,
из легких.
and we'll do some saw.
I can move back here.
You're fine. And maybe you should
Should
give yourself a
you
little more
stay on this?
back. Yes, please, for saw.
Okay.
And you might want to move back just so you have a little more room.
To you.
Back towards
Back
Anna.
toward Anna.
Mhm. Next exercise is saw. So we have her on a pillow. The pillow is optional. I find the pillow helps most people with tight hamstrings. But again, it's optional, whatever's more comfortable. So we'll get set up before we'll move. So proper position for saw. Your legs are about mat width apart, a little bit wider than the one we just did. Your arms are wide, you can see them sort of in your periphery. So Mom, bring your arms a little forward. Beautiful. And we're gonna go to our left first. So you're gonna inhale, get tall, and you're gonna twist to your left, and then curl forward and try to reach the pinky of your hand outside of the pinky of your toe. Beautiful. And inhale, get tall, and feet flexed in towards your face, and again.
Это упражнение называется пила, мне оно очень нравится. Сидеть на подушечке, кстати, не обязательно. Если просто ты чувствуешь что мышцы задней поверхности бедра слишком напряжены, можно сидеть на подушечке, но не обязательно. Ноги шире, чем на ширине плеч.
And as you're twisting, think about your lungs. So as you twist to the right, your left lung curls around to reach towards your left leg.
При выполнении упражнения ты стараешься мизинцем левой руки дотронуться мизинца правой ноги и мизинцем правой руки дотронуться мизинца левой
Now
ноги.
your left lung.
Не забываем дышать, и ты даже можешь себе представлять, что при скручивании твои легкие тоже как скручиваются.
Your hips stay grounded and even. Equal weight on both hips. Excellent. And this can be your last one. Plenty beautiful. And again, the goal with saw is spinal rotation. I think about my spine wringing out like a wet dish towel.
Да, цель этого упражнения тоже разминать свой позвоночник и скручивание позвоночника. Ты можешь думать об этом, как выжимаешь мокрое полотенце.
Now we're going to come on our stomach for some swan. So, again, we have Anna in reserve. I think you can do your swan really good this week, Mom.
Thank you.
So you're going to put your head on a pillow, your forehead, or on a towel, I'm sorry. Your legs are together. They're straight behind you and together as much as they can be.
Ноги вместе, лоб на полотенце.
And then now we're going to think of our shoulder blades.
Думаем о лопатках.
You're going to inhale, reach your shoulder blades down your back to pick your head, neck, and chest up. Excellent, beautiful.
Вдыхаем,
And lower.
и как бы наши лопатки поднимают,
Shoulder blades reach down towards
лопатки опускаются,
waistband.
лопатки опускаются в сторону талии и приподнимают нас.
Shoulder blades down, chest comes forward and up.
Лопатки опускаются, грудь поднимается.
And then we inhale on the way up.
Вдох.
And exhale down.
И выдох.
You can do one more, and this looks good, Mom. You can even come a little higher. Eventually, you start to put weight in your hands. And keep looking at the towel so that neck stays nice and long.
Продолжаем смотреть на полотенце, не задираем голову.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
The goal with swan is to make sure that you're really bending your upper spine in addition to the lower spine. For people who come into swan too quickly, you can get high, but it's all lower back, and that can really can aggravate the lower back. So that's why we were talking about the shoulder blades reaching down the back to really turn that upper back on.
Упражнение в
Do you want me
лебеде.
to stand back there so you can show or no?
I don't I think, do you think that
No, it was good. I just want to explain what you just said, because it's very important too.
yes.
So в лебеде очень важно помнить то, что мы разрабатываем не только нижнюю часть позвоночника, но и верхнюю часть позвоночника. Если подниматься при выполнении этого упражнения можно подниматься очень быстро, но таким образом мы задействуем, как ни странно, только нижнюю часть позвоночника. При выполнении этого упражнения медленно, когда мы обращаем внимание на наши лопатки, мы задействуем и нижнюю, и верхнюю часть позвоночника.
Fabulous. So now we'll come to our modified swimming. So you can come on your hands and knees, Mom. I'll get this out of the way. I'll get our pillow out of the way. Your hands and knees. You're looking at the mat and your belly lifts towards your spine.
Упражнение плавания. Смотрим на коврик, стараемся подтянуть живот.
You're going to take your left leg and your right arm and reach them up and away.
Поднимаем правую руку, а
Exhale,
левую
lower.
ногу. Выдыхаем. На вдохе поднимаем левую руку, правую ногу. На выдохе опускаем.
Now for the neck, it's important to keep your head and your neck in line with your spine. I don't want to, when our neck gets tired, you can lower, you can just demo it. Or look forward and up. We don't like that either. We want to have a nice neutral neck looking at the mat, and that looks really, really good. Maybe a little bit lower, Mom. Yeah, does that feel
Шея
good?
должна
That feels
оставаться
really
в
great.
нейтральной
And
позе.
is that also important with a swan, keeping the head down like that?
And I would say, yeah, same thing with swan. The exercise we just did. some people tend to what could you demonstrate? Should we go back and just quickly do a
Sure.
quick swan demonstration? Do you mind going back into your swan,
Absolutely.
Mom? So just stepping back to the last exercise.
Then I had my towel.
Proper neck position is to try to keep, just to prevent your neck from really, your head looking up and putting a lot of tension in the neck.
Like we don't want that.
Yes, we don't want, so if you were doing this, like, we
I
don't want
know.
that, yes. So then what we do want is, as you come up, to really keep the neck neutral. The work is happening here.
This would be yes.
So a little movement in the neck is okay, but we don't want like this. We don't want that.
Yet.
That would be
Нет.
niet. Yes.
При выполнении упражнения, при выполнении лебедя и плавания, к которому мы сейчас вернемся, очень важно не
You can lower.
держать шею в нейтральной позиции. Это помогает просто, когда ты смотришь как бы в пол. Не задирать шею, не, очень низко не опускать и не приподнимать, потому что таким образом ты можешь просто повредить шею.
Oh, you're doing a zillion swans. You don't need to do any more swans. Okay. So now you can do bird dog.
Yeah, bird
So
dog.
go back to bird dog. So again,
Okay.
same principle with the neck. I can get this out of the way. Your neck is nice and straight and relaxed. Beautiful.
Шея прямо.
Pressing into your hands to really engage that upper back. Your belly lifts towards your spine. And you're going to reach your right leg and your left arm forward. And the inhale. And you exhale lower. And again.
Вдох и выдох.
Think about keeping your hips even, like the leg that's lifting your hip is picking up, which is a little bit, there we go, I like that better. Good, so nice and even. Same with the hips and the shoulders.
Стараемся бедра держать на одном уровне той ноги, которая поднимается, и той, которая остается на полу. То есть ногу высоко поднимать не нужно.
Is that better, honey?
It is,
Better
yes.
alignment?
Better alignment. And an image I like to have when I do this, imagine a point of light on the finger and the toe of starlight, on the finger and toe of the leg and arm that are moving. As you're reaching, they just light up and with engagement.
В Саре такое есть при выполнении этого упражнения такая картинка в голове. Представь себе, что у тебя как маленькая звезда на кончике пальцев и на кончик пальцев ноги. Когда ты вытягиваешь пальцы рук и пальцы ног, ты зажигаешь эти звездочки, посылаешь лучи.
Beautiful, and one more each side.
Sarah, this is very poetic.
She is.
Oh, thanks. I find it makes Pilates fun.
Yeah.
Those
Mhm.
images. And lower, beautiful. And can sit down. You know, this is gone. Why don't we do one more? Let's just do some seal.
Okay.
Does it sound okay, or do you think we should?
That sounds right. Or did you want to do the
Oh, the
lessons? Okay.
stretches. We had stretches. Yes, thank you for reminding me. We'll do seal next week. We had stretches.
Mhm.
Thank you for reminding me, Mom. So we're gonna do a couple gentle neck stretches. So, Mom, you're gonna come to seated, facing forward, and you're cross-legged. And
Эти упражнения на мягкое растягивание шеи.
you're gonna lift your left arm up near your ear, and your right hand is gonna be on the mat. Be a little bit further away, kind of like this.
Левую
Good.
руку вверх, держим недалеко от уха, правая рука на коврике, чуть-чуть подальше от себя, не очень близко к себе.
That palm can face you. A little more beautiful. You're gonna inhale, get tall. Exhale, curl over to the right. Really stretching these left ribs. And inhale, get tall.
Это упражнение
And switch.
не
Switch your
нужно,
arms.
не нуждается в переводе.
And inhale, get tall. Exhale, bend over to your left and stretch your right ribs.
Тянемся, тянемся, тянемся и опускаемся. Опускаем руку на пол.
Left arm up. As you bend to the right, keep that left hip down.
Стараемся по возможности не поднимать бедра. Когда ты тянешься в правую сторону, левое бедро должно оставаться на полу.
Beautiful. And again, really think about bending the ribs. And up. And let's do one more on each side.
I love this exercise.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
I love it too.
And they say it's good for your waist.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Beautiful. And then now we're just going to do one more stretch. I think helps the neck. We're sitting up tall. We're going to think about dropping our shoulders down our back. You're going to reach your right ear towards your right shoulder. Very gently stretching the trapezius. So I'm just lifting your back, so your hair, so Olga can see your ear. So reaching your ear towards the shoulder. That looks excellent. And you're going to inhale to straight.
Тоже еще одно упражнение на растягивание мышц
Exhale
шеи.
to the left.
Сидим как марш, по-турецки, опускаем, немножко стараемся опустить, как бы бросить плечи вниз, расслабить плечи и медленно-медленно стараемся, как будто мы стараемся ухом дотронуться до плеча. Но это только мы стараемся, мы не должны этого делать.
Important thing is to keep your shoulders reaching towards the mat.
Очень важно не поднимать плечи.
And important to just be gentle. You're just trying to bring a little stretch to the trapezius, which is this muscle right here.
Мы растягиваем трапециевидные мышцы шеи, поэтому мы наклоняемся очень-очень медленно, и только когда это комфортно. Если становится вдруг некомфортно, не стоит перегибать палку.
One last cue that I like is that the cue we used in Swan, where you're reaching your shoulder blades down your back into your jean pockets. That really works here too, to keep the tension out of the shoulders. When you do one more on each side, Mom, thinking about these shoulder blades reaching down the back.
Чтобы не поднимались плечи, помогает думать о лопатках. Мы как бы пытаемся тянуть наши лопатки вниз и положить кончики лопаток в карманы джинсов.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. Perfect. Yes. Olga, we hope that you like this. If you have any questions, just let Anna know. До свидания. Пока.
Пока, Olga.
Пока, Ольга, если у тебя есть какие-то вопросы, задавай их мне, я их передам Саре. Пока, мама.